Alright, so welcome to this Master Practitioner training. You have already completed the Practitioner certification training. Master Practitioner requires that you have completed your Practitioner certification training. Not only that, but you have a reasonable grasp over everything that you learned in the Practitioner. Because Master Practitioner, while it builds on everything that you learned earlier, it's very different in nature. How is it different in nature? I need to explain that to you. During the Practitioner, there was a lot of the times when I would explain something to you, and then you go and do an activity. Your learning used to get generated from the explanation as well as the activity. The explanation also had reasonable basis in conscious logic. At Master Practitioner, what's going to happen is, first and foremost, there's very little explanation for me to give. Which means a lot of your learning is going to be generated from the actual practice or whatever is the content of this training. Second thing to it, whatever explanation that I might give, it might seemingly defy any conscious logic. Conscious logic but the basis of your conscious logic is the accumulation of all the beliefs that you collected over a lifetime. And what you learn at Master Practitioner, not only at times but at many times, will challenge those beliefs. So the best way to learn from the Master Practitioner is leave aside your conscious logic, experiment with the content, and there is a structural approach to the experiment. So I will tell you exactly how to experiment, and you will have an experience. Allow that experience to guide you to your learning. That's how you're going to learn. There's very little learning to be generated from the explanation. There's very little of it anyways to begin with, and whatever is will seemingly defy conscious logic. Active experimentation is going to be key during Master Practitioner. Right. Second thing about Master Practitioner. Your active experimentation that you will do and the experience that you generate, how will you observe that? That's where I'm going to ask you to focus back on your knowledge, understanding and learning about submodalities. Because in your own mind, your thoughts are being represented either in visual modality or auditory or kinesthetic, and they are coded in their respective submodalities. During the active experimentation, you have to remain highly aware about these submodalities and notice how they change, because change they will for sure. This naturally assumes that to a large extent you are aware of your own mental images, sounds and feelings. So that's why Master Practitioner is not just about learning new skills. It requires you to have some basic awareness about yourself and then expand that awareness manifold. This is the second way in which Master Practitioner is very different. A few more differences which are logistic differences about the Master Practitioner. During the Practitioner training, on the last day, we did that memory recap of all the topics and you got your NLP Practitioner certificate. What's going to happen in Master Practitioner is that The last topic we will cover is a topic called behavioral modeling. Now, what is behavioral modeling? Behavioral modeling is where you identify some individuals who are very good at a particular skill that you would like to acquire, and then you go and study them in a structured manner. There's a methodology that you will follow, and you will prepare a psychological mindset model of their thinking patterns. And the crucial ingredient here is that you should be able to acquire that model for yourself. Which means you need to acquire that mindset for yourself. It's like becoming a whole new person by having a new mindset. Even if it is only in the context of that skill, but you need to have that ability. That is, I would say, is the biggest difference of master practitioner from practitioner, because it's a very strong focus on what you are able to use with everything that you learn, and what is it that you are going to use it for. And of course, your master practitioner certification will be given to you after you make a presentation of the model. So these 7 days that we are going to spend in the classroom, these are going to focus on the learning part. Then you go ahead and go out into the field, you prepare your behavioral model. We will reconvene maybe a month later, just over a weekend or something. Everyone does the presentations and you're done with it. So that's a little bit of preface to the master practitioner. Any questions?
So when you say identify individuals, is that something, because if there are certain skills which we want to acquire, but those people may not be around us or not be just there, or somebody who we consider as a model. But then can we go ahead with those aspects? So what would be the definition of when you say we need to identify?
When you say they're not available, what do you mean?
Not available as in probably somebody as a role model. But I'll just take an example. So if I say it is Mahatma Gandhi.
And he's no longer alive.
Yeah, he's no more alive. And there are some skills probably which are quite known and you want to acquire that. So
could you possibly learn the psychological mindset of that person? Yes, very much possible. For the purpose of the master practitioner, it will help if you choose some role models who are alive, and then you have to go through a process of interviewing them in a structured way.
Okay.
So you need to have at least verbal access to them, even if it is over Skype or phone. At least that much. If it's face to face, even better.
Okay.
So.
If that's not possible,
then choose somebody else.
So, is it that face-to-face interview or having a communication with that person is important in this case to replicate the behavior?
You'll realize. Not necessary, but you will get additional information. When you go through the entire training, you'll realize it will make some difference. Not that it means that you cannot do it if you're not face to face. But for the purpose of your learning activity, your learning assignment, if you use the face to face, it will prepare you better. Anything else? Okay. One more very big thing in the master practitioner is that we are going to spend considerable amount of time with words, language. And we're going to start off today with language patterns. In master practitioner, these are called as advanced language patterns. You know me, from the start, I don't care about the jargons. So whatever you call it, it doesn't matter. For me, what's important here and what I want you to consider as important is the fact that words have a profound effect on people. on yourself and on others. When you speak words, those words have a profound effect on you. When you speak words, those words have profound effect on others. Likewise, when others speak words, they have profound effect on themselves and on you. The whole basis of neuro-linguistic programming, the linguistic, has been right in the center. It is the most crucial ingredient. And during Master Practitioner, we are going to cover the belief systems of people and values. Now, when I say values, I don't mean moral values or religious values. My usage of the term values will always necessarily imply that I'm referring to what somebody considers as important versus what somebody considers as not important. That's what I refer to as values. And when you begin to recognize those in people, you'll realize that there's a whole different world around you. It's like the Matrix movie. Do you want the red pill or the blue pill? Because once you take the blue pill, you'll realize that there is a different reality around you. Completely different reality. That's what Master Practitioner will do. Because you'll be able to just listen to the words spoken by someone and realize what kind of beliefs they are operating from. Whatever coaching assignments that you did earlier and you felt that you wanted to do better, you'll realize you'll be able to do that better now with this.